Hey everybody, this is Mark from Try Duty on the Trail, and I'm back in Indiana, here in Morgan Monroe State Forest, and gonna hike the Tecumseh Trail. So it's about a 42, 43, 44 mile trail, something like that. And I'm gonna catch a shuttle here and head to the southern terminus and kick this adventure off. So looking to cover these miles over the next 3 days, 2 nights, and looking forward to a really, really great time in this awesome fall weather. And just like that, we are now at the southern end of this trail. So one of the strange things about this trail is that the southern terminus is not at this trailhead. It's actually in the middle of the woods. So it's about, I think, 1.5 miles or so. So I'm gonna actually hike in there and go to the southern terminus and then hike back, and then we'll start our way up the Tecumseh. So just getting started here. It's good to be back on trail. My shuttle driver told me which way I needed to go, so I went the opposite so that I could get to the sign in the middle of the woods. And I'm starting to question if I'm actually going north here, because it sure feels like I am, and every time I check my compass I'm headed north, so we're gonna figure it out. So regrettably, I will not be seeing the sign in the middle of the woods. I actually headed north, and saves an out and back of about between 3 and 4 miles. So not a big deal, but I won't see the sign, which big deal, right? So it'll make my day a little bit shorter. So I'll probably have about 13 or 14 on the day. Start this trek back to Morgan Monroe, where I started this morning. So we are already a couple of miles in. I'm following a 2-track here for a little while, and very, very quiet and calm out here. It's really nice. Also kind of rethinking my plan, since I'm shaved off that little section at the end of the trail there. My original plan was to camp at Yellowwood State Forest Campground, which would have been, with that section that I cut off, would be about 14 miles, I think. So I may end up pushing on past that, depending on how the day goes. So looking forward to just a really enjoyable hike, and nice camping, beautiful weather. Really a great day to be out. So thus far, this has been a very, very easy walk. From my understanding of the three big trails in Indiana, the Knobstone Adventure Hiking Trail, and this one, this is the easiest one of the 3, and so far, very much so. I know we have some hills and some tougher sections to tackle, but so far a very, very nice, easy walk. So we're coming out of the forest here, and looks like we're gonna walk on the road here for a little bit. See where that takes us. It's been a really nice, quiet morning here. So we are already 5 miles in and coming to Hickory Shades Motel, which, if I remember right, you can give a sock and take a souvenir. So I brought a sock just for that reason. Let's go have a look. So we're now on State Route 46, so this is a much busier road than those other ones we've been walking on. hopefully we'll be back in the woods here before too long. All right, I am finally off of that very, very busy road. So I feel a little bit safer now, and hopefully the forest soon. I think we're getting there. Start there. So shedding a layer here. The sun is coming out and it is beautiful, beautiful day. Really nice. Blue skies. It's a beautiful thing. All right, let's go. And here I thought I was getting off of the road and back to a proper single track trail. Incorrect, but we are 6 miles in. Finally, we are back on a proper trail here in the woods. Just about 8 miles in, so I think around 10 miles or so is when we'll be around Yellowwood area. So this is cool. Shaped up to be a really beautiful day. Really beautiful day. So it did rain here recently, and it appears that water isn't a major problem, but it's not super abundant on the south side of the trail. But nevertheless, there is some. I bet you the average person doesn't realize how hilly southern Indiana is, but it is. It's a beautiful, beautiful place. And through the trees there, that is Yellowwood Lake. So that is where we are heading. We should be there in just a short bit. Then we have a decision. Do we press on, or do we call it an early camp day? We shall see. Well, on the other side of this dam is Yellowwood Lake. We'll see her in just a minute. So after consulting the map, I think I'm going to push past Yellowwood Lake campground. And in about 4.5 miles is a place called Pring Pond. And I think that's where my buddies Glenn and Joe stayed when they came here earlier this year. So hopefully I'll be able to find the spot. It's only another 4.5 miles from where I'm at, so that'll put me about 15 on the day and a little further ahead of schedule, which is less to do tomorrow or the day after. So here's the view of Yellowwood Lake from the north side of the lake, looking back at where I came from. Nice. Nice. That looks like it would be a pretty reliable water source, probably most of the time. That's cool. And a nice little bridge. Next 10 minutes I will be arriving at Pring Pond, and we will find out if I made a good decision or a poor decision. I haven't marked on one of my maps that it's a reliable water source, but I'm definitely second guessing because I didn't look into it much because I wasn't going to stay there. So plans and I have a way of just never working out. Part of the excitement, I guess. Well, this pond continues to elude me, so I found a spot I could scoop up some water. I'll at least take care of one of my concerns. Now it's almost 3 o'clock. I thought I'd be there already and have a good feel for what's going on. And I don't. And I'm going uphill. Okay, we have arrived at Pring Pond. And either I'm really bad at math or the mileage is off on the maps or some combination of both. But we are here at Pring Pond. And I carried all this extra water for nothing. So this spot is a little closer to the trail than I'd like, and a little closer to the water than I'd like. So, given the situation, the sun's going down, and there's, it's consulting the map. There's nothing, no other good option. So I'm gonna scoot back as far as I can away from everything and be as legal as I can. And I mean, clearly other folks have stayed here. There's a fire ring and a place where people have, but it's just a little bit closer to the water than I'd like. So sunset is actually around 5:20 or 5:25, which that's about an hour from now. But once the sun goes down behind that ridge right there, it is going to get dark very, very quickly. So I'd like to prepare my food before that, but I'm just not hungry. I've had a couple Snickers and some beef sticks, I guess, and I've been more than satisfied. So something about like these cooler temperatures, I don't drink enough water, and then after a long day I don't have an appetite, so which could be a recipe for disaster. So I'm going to force myself to eat here in a little while, even if it's dark. So we're getting ready for dinner here, and I'm using a new stove. And a friend of mine and supporter of the channel, Joe, got this for me. And I did try it out at home beforehand to make sure that I wouldn't really mess it up big time. But I mean, there's always the chance. And so we're gonna set this up. There we go. 11 ounces is what I need. So, yeah, perfect. Nice. And it's a lot quieter than the one that I used before. It sounded like a jet engine. So this is good. Nice. We got 820 calories of fettuccine alfredo, one of my favorites. I know a lot of people don't like Mountain House, but it works for me. Oh yeah, how's she going? How's she going? All right. Okay, 11 ounces. Let's get in there good and get her all mixed up. All right, well, the sun has gone down and it is now officially time for dinner. And it smells so good. How can you go wrong with fettuccine, huh? This is awesome. Oh, perfect. So I may have a small fire in this fire pit here. There's some firewood already here, and it's obviously been used, but something I just want to make sure we keep responsible. So it's definitely cooling off. It's down to 42 degrees, so which is significantly lower than it was when I got in here, which is, I think it was a 56 or so. So I'm prepared for a chilly evening, but we're good. So I've enjoyed a really nice quiet evening. Stars are coming out, this little fire is dying down, and it's only 7 p.m. but we'll wrap this up, get the fire out, maybe watch some stars for a bit, and then it's time for bed. Got a long day ahead tomorrow. We'll see you in the morning.